welcome to another video. Right now I'm in the Oooooh rainforest. It's beautiful and quiet. I thought I would do a crystal shop review for you today because I found a really amazing crystal shop. It's called Mystical Wares and it's in Mount Vernon, Washington. It's one of the best crystal stores I've been to. Like, it's in the top 5, but one of the coolest things about me going there is one of you left a comment on one of my YouTube videos, and she was just like, if you're in the Washington area, you should check out this crystal store. And like, Washington's a huge state, right? I've spent most of my time in Washington over the last 4 months, but it just so happened that when she sent me that comment, the place I was staying was like less than 5 minutes from this crystal store. That was pretty cool. So I went there. I've actually gone there twice. And this store is so cool because it's like, it has a lot of little tumbled stones. It has stones I've never heard of before, which is always exciting. You know, I had to get some. But it also had like big showcase pieces and lots of different little rooms. They had like a room just of incense, and they had a little station where you could make your own bracelets. And they had all these copper pyramids in there. I sat under both of them. They're both wonderful, but the skinnier one, a few minutes in there and you feel absolutely high, like absolutely amazing. I want one of those pyramids so bad. As soon as I have like a home again, I'm getting a copper pyramid to sit under. Yeah, they just have a nice assortment of things. I appreciate a store that has a good variety of like mid-size, like pieces, palm stones and like hand-sized chunks and pyramids and towers and little shapes and things like that that are all different sizes. I think that makes for a really nice shopping experience when there's just all different sizes and shapes of stuff. And I mean, this place had a whole table just of wands. They have a whole table just of spheres. They have so many different shapes and everything. It's amazing. You should go there. It's worth a drive to get to this store. Let me show you what I got. So on my first trip there, I got like an assortment of tumbled stones that I've never heard of before. Not all of them. First of all, I got this beauty. It is called networking stone. Networking stone, the network stone. And they were all in these little spheres. And it kind of looks like a type of jasper to me, but apparently it's an agate. It says that it is a stone of strength, courage, protection, healing, and calming. It helps balance yin and yang energy. It enhances creativity, strengthens the intellect, and is grounding. Emotionally, it gives you courage, emotional strength, self-confidence, and dispels fears. I just had to get it because I've never heard of it before. I don't want to move the camera because I have it like balanced, but Holly is being so bad right now. Okay, I'll show you. Holly, lay down. If you jump, you're gonna break your whole body. That's a big jump. Lay down. Holly, lay down. Okay, the second stone I got is an Indochinite tektite. You guys know I love tektites. And this is a tektite I don't yet have. So I was reading about it a little bit, and this one website says it is the moldavite for our time. It has the transformational qualities of other tektites, but while moldavite sends users on a journey away from the self, Indochinite creates a connection with the earth as well as the stars, grounding the energy. It's supposed to be highly transformational, ungrounding, but its energy is less ethereal and far easier to work with than moldavite. After a stressful period or difficult ordeal, it helps you gather scattered facets of yourself and put them back together in a beautiful mosaic. Works primarily with the bottom chakras, but it also affects the entire body. It soothes respiratory irritation due to infection, allergies, and hay fever. I feel like just holding this right now, it does feel a little bit like moldavite. It's giving me the tiniest little flutters of that kind of energy. I feel like positive and uplifted, and I feel like this would make a really good stone to like wear around as just like everyday good energy. I like it. And it looks a lot like my Tibetan tektite, but it definitely feels different. It does feel, I feel like it feels more like moldavite than the Tibetan tektite. The next stone I picked up is called a wonder stone. And I have a lot of them I can show you. Because most of them, I got one that was a little bit different looking, but most of them are black and brown. Most of them have this kind of coloring, like black, brown, black and brown. And the reason I have so many is because I love it so much. I am making pendants to put online. So I kind of feel like everyone should wear a wonderstone around. It enhances creativity and imagination. It fills life with energies of relaxation and tranquility. It eliminates worries and tension. It reduces the symptoms of depression and brings an overall sense of well-being. When I read that, I was like, I'm going back. I'm getting a bunch of these and making pendants because I feel like that is just such a good thing to wear all the time. So you can get on my website and get a wonderstone pendant if you want one. I haven't talked a lot about my website. At the very beginning of the year, I got an LLC and I started a new website, and I was going to do a whole online crystal business. And I started building it. I have my whole website set up, and then I didn't end up buying very much inventory before this big life change happened, and I decided I shouldn't spend my savings on crystal inventory. So I do have a website. It is up, it is running, but it's very limited on what I have on there. I got some really beautiful little natural citrine towers that are on there. I have some Lemurian points that are on there, and then just some of my jewelry that I've made. Not a ton of stuff, but it is a beautiful website. I'm really proud of it, and I eventually want to get back on track with that. We'll see what happens. It's called Sunshine Stardust, and yeah, go check it out. Oh, and I have my Organite on there too. So that is the Wonderstone. It's a really happy, it is a really happy feeling. Okay, this next one I've definitely seen before, but I don't have a piece like this. This is an Azurite blueberry, they called it. I don't think it's focusing. And it's just pure Azurite. Actually, there's like the tiniest little piece of green on here. I wonder if it's malachite. You see the green? So Azurite, I've always loved Azurite, and I have like some tumbled pieces that are more like matrix than Azurite. It seems like this is like, and it has this very like buzzy energy. It does. There's so much energy in here. I love it. So I've always loved it, but I decided to read a little bit about it today for this video, and it says that Azurite is a complete emotional cleanser. It's ever ready to tie up all those dangling threads of anxiety, worry, and scattered thoughts, gifting your mind a much needed Marie Kondo sort out. It shines a light on all the corners of your soul that can do a touch of healing and provides strong support and softness of being to help you tackle this with compassion and inner truth. For all those who struggle when it comes to standing up for themselves and speaking their mind, or feel like they bend too far backwards for others, Azurite is an amazing gem for helping you stand in your own power and shaking off the shackles of guilt and people-pleasing behavior. Anything that isn't serving you anymore is pushed aside by the healing energy of Azurite. All good, positive things. But honestly, just holding it and feeling this buzzy energy, if it didn't do anything but that, I would still recommend Azurite. Okay, I picked this up because, first of all, it's a beautiful color. I don't know if you can tell how beautiful it is. This is called Chrome Chalcedony. I'm sure I always say that word wrong, but that's just how I say it. And it's like, it almost has the kind of see-throughness as moss. See? And I had never heard of this before, so I had to get it, but also the color really drew me in. Chrome Chalcedony is mined in Zimbabwe. It gets its vivid green coloring from chromium, which is mined immensely in northern Zimbabwe. It is sometimes sold as green aventurine, but it doesn't look like it at all. It doesn't have that sparkle, and it's not like a solid color. This is a stone of balance and harmony. It helps us to stay calm during stressful situations. It helps us work well with other people. It encourages us to always look for the win-win situation, making it an excellent choice for problem solving and diplomacy. It is also a delightful choice for anyone who wishes to speak to fairies and other playful spirits. It encourages logical and compassionate thinking. It encourages positive and constructive self-reflection. I think that is key for me because I'm neurotic. My mind never shuts off. I never stop thinking, and I'm always examining myself and trying to figure myself out. So I think that sometimes that can lead to some like negative feelings and negative self-talk if you're trying to like actually get to the root of who you are and why you act the way you do, and you have to actually accept that you do act in certain ways. I think it's good to examine yourself like that, but at the same time, it can be a little bit disheartening when you're looking at all the parts of yourself that you're just like, oh, I need to fix that. And it's like shadow work, right? But being able to do that with a self-compassionate inner voice, much more productive, I think. It reduces feelings of hostility and irritability. It helps us remember that when other people are acting thoughtlessly, that doesn't mean they are consciously trying to annoy us or endanger us. It helps us to calmly respond to stressful situations and not get overwhelmed or overreact. It helps us find the right words and actions to teach and or remind others to be more thoughtful. It inspires feelings of generosity and benevolence. It encourages us to give more to others, but also be generously receptive to receiving love and kindness. That's really beautiful. And I would like to remind you, I've said this before, if you really want to start learning about a stone, hold it while you're reading about it. It just does something with the energy and the mind, and it like connects things. It's just much more powerful. You know how sometimes I talk about your body leads you to what you need, and you like if you go in a crystal store and you're gravitating towards something, it's probably what you need, and sometimes you touch something and your hand just wraps around it and you can't put it down. This next crystal, that's what happened to me. So I'm walking past all these crystal skulls and I see this on top of one, this perfect circle, and I was like, and I like reached down to look at him, right? And then I didn't even pick him up and look at him. I was like, yeah, he's coming with me. Boom. Like that was it. It didn't even matter how much it was. he was reasonable, but I just, oh my gosh, I love things that are a little bit different, and this thing on his head is just, oh, I love it. So this is a tiger eye skull, if you can't tell. I can't even like talk when I'm holding him. He does this peaceful wave over me that like I don't even need to think. It's incredibly grounding. I don't need to worry about anything. Like everything's just like washing off of me. Like amazing, amazing relaxation and comfort and stability, and I love him. Another stone I had to pick up because I've never heard of it or seen it before is porcelainite. And it does just sort of look like porcelain. And it does even kind of like feel like porcelain, like it doesn't feel like a normal crystal. But I thought it was like beautiful too. And it reminds me of like a jasper, but it reminds me of like a piece of art. It's just so pretty. I don't think you can even tell how pretty it is. Oh, and when I looked it up, it actually is a type of jasper. It says it has a calming, nurturing energy that promotes feelings of stability, safety, and security. It works to relieve stress and reminds us to live in the present moment while keeping us grounded. Working with porcelain jasper will open your heart to love and release built up tension that no longer serves you. I think it's beautiful. Okay, these next crystals, I'm gonna have to tell you a story about them first. So, when I used to work at the crystal shop, we had this tray of what I think we called it black chalcedony. Again, with that word, I know. But they were white and black, and they were like these white druzy pieces with like a black ball in the middle, and a lot of them looked like little babies laying there or like little sheep. I'll try to find a picture of what they kind of looked like. So it's not something I see like everywhere, right? Well, one day I was refilling them. We had these boxes in the back, and I would bring them up and refill the trays, and I found one that was just the black ball. And I was like, oh my God, this is so satisfying. And I ended up going through all of our boxes and getting all of the black balls I could find. There was like 4 or 5 of them, and I was just obsessed with them. And I remember reading about them, and I remember it said that they could help you communicate with trees. And you know I love like talking to trees anyways, but I did notice that if I was like walking around my backyard holding one, it was louder. Like the trees did try to talk to me more. If you think that's crazy, whatever, move on. But that's my reality, right? So I love these things so much, and I have a little collection of them now, but like I've never seen them anywhere else ever. And if I do, it's the kind that has the white around it. Like I'm just not going to find the black balls anywhere. And they were probably like this big. Dude, so let me tell you, when I walked in this store and I saw I can't even talk. I found a bowl of these balls. Oh my God. And I had to buy 3 of them. I wish I don't know. I kind of want to go back and buy all of them, but I'm not going to do that. But this is what they look like. They almost look like shaman stones, but they're different. I don't know why these are so satisfying. They're I don't know, they're cool. So I have done a little research, and some people call them, this is another word I'm terrible at saying, bortridal, the bubbly kind. It's the bubbly kind. Some people call it black chalcedony. I did find that some people call it truffle chalcedony, but it's supposed to be a healing stone. It eases self-doubt. It brings peace and inner reflection. I couldn't find anything. I'm being shown the most beautiful rainbow on my tablet right now. It's like, they look like DNA, like chromosomes. And it's like blue in the middle and then red on the ends, but there's like green, blue, and orange in the middle, and yellow. Black chalcedony gently relieves depression and improves one's frame of mind. It lessens hostility and brings emotional stability. It is considered a sacred stone by many Native American tribes and used during ceremonies. It has been called a stone of brotherhood, bringing energies of loving kindness and goodwill to all. It is also reported to bring apparent miracles to our plane of existence and also carries the energies of quartz. It's used for heavy metal toxicity, senility, dementia, and mental stability. I can see all of that because it is a very like grounding energy. It's not grounding in the same way that the tiger eye is for me. It's more of a physical grounding than a spiritual grounding. I did get one more teeny tiny thing. This pyramid I just thought was the cutest thing I've ever seen. It's Amazonite. He's just so cute. I'm gonna mount him on my dashboard somehow. That's all. Those are all my crystals from that wonderful store. I should have another crystal haul video up soon-ish, and it's just going to be like a combination of all the other crystals that I have gotten during this last few months traveling around. Because it's just been like a few here and a few there. It hasn't been a lot at one store, but I've been to some pretty cool stores. This one and then one I found in California are like, the one I found in California is the best crystal shop I've ever been in. Period. This one is probably the third or fourth coolest one I've been in. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you being here, especially with me now spending so much time alone. Talking to you on camera feels like I have company with me, so that's nice. I hope you have such a great day. I'll see you all next time.